5.6. And since I only do this part-time, ooh, pretty, as a hobby, I'm sure over at least a dozen YouTubers probably have full walkthroughs of this game. I don't get paid to do this. I do it for fun. It's a hobby, so this is new. I hadn't seen this before. Recovered by freelancer Rhyme, or Rith, Rith. From an outlaw camp from former engineer Alata, chain gunner Dahlgren had built a makeshift forge. She was constructing javelin armor for her band to use against the Sentinel patrols. Rith left the outlaw forge in pieces too small for the Fort Arcanist to study. Dahlgren's tools have been released to the Enclave following a thorough examination. Well, all right. Ooh. That my other character, my other play that I put like 13 to 15 hours in. I'm like low masterwork power level. Freelancer Enclave Corium Crystal. The rarest mineral currently known, corium is only found within the heart of a Titan. Freelancer Trapper recovered this crystal from the Heart of Rage during the first Freemark expedition, just a few weeks after the fall of Freemark. The Titan, nicknamed Javelin Breaker, wiped out most of the expedition before it was finally destroyed. Wow. Cool. Freelancer Enclave Argentinum Trans Sidearm. This pistol belonged to the legendary Sentinel Argentinum Tran. She was stationed in Fort Tarsus as a young officer and fought on the front lines during the War of Seven Luminaries. After distinguishing herself in the battle at Junkhead Basin, she was recalled to the capital and left this gun to a close friend among her squad mates. She reportedly said, "It's never failed me, and neither have you. It's a perfect match." The sidearm has been passed down among active duty sentinels ever since, and now it's been given to the freelancers as a sign of Lancer fellowship. Cool. That's awesome. Ooh. Zagular, I think it's how you pronounce that, are medium-sized predator animals native to the mountains near Helios. They are often depicted in art of the Legion era as companions of the Urgoth. The skulls of Zagular are considered good luck, bringing health and happiness to all who touch them. The specimen was recovered by Lucky Jack, who was attacked by the creature while protecting Arcanist researchers at the Shaper Relic site. Wow. That is some sharp-ass teeth. Junkhead's Trophy. This trophy, taken from the famous battle of Junkhead Basin, is an actual piece of Junkhead's throne, and is thought to be the inspiration for all Scar banners. The only other known fragment of Junkhead's throne was in the Freemark Enclave and is believed destroyed. The Sentinel of Fort Tarsus presented their piece of the throne to the freelancers as a sign of good faith and hope for renewed Lancer cooperation in the future. Cool. Awesome. All right. Now. Oh, here's two more. Cool. I didn't realize I had all this stuff down here. I don't come down here much lately. This archive contains stolen Dominion order issued by the Monitor obtained by Corvus Agent Redacted at the cost of her life. Freelancer Redacted recovered it from Fort Tarsus on a mission for Corvus. To details redacted, not for general knowledge. This archive was originally turned over to Corvus Factor, redacted here at the fort, but has been returned to the Enclave as a trophy, following a careful examination of its contents by intelligence analyst. Freelancer Enclave Scar Seeker Mine. These things are a pain in the ass. Obtained by Freelancer Yarrow during the War of Seven Luminaries. This was the first completely intact example of Scar technology. The Arcanists were able to study. Because of this unexploded mine, Arcanists were able to research better means of detecting and tracking Scar weaponry and decimate these to cipher across the Bastion and beyond, vastly improving Freelancer and Sentinel effectiveness against Scars. Cool. They look so much different when they're not actually lit up and chasing you. Unless it's the mines that are sitting still that you encounter from time to time, which is probably the latter. Well, you know, I rented Division 2. I played it for like an hour or two. I rented it for 3 days at Redbox. Now I'm just like, meh. It doesn't feel like a story. It feels like, you know, just a bunch of different things to do. Like I'm on cleanup duty in Washington, D.C. Going down to the bar, ladies and gentlemen. Going down to the bar. There's this guy again.
I'm so glad to see you. I've been wanting to warn you about the bar owner.
Okay.
Her name is Max.
All right.
Now be careful with her. I'm telling you this as a friend.
We're friends?
So you think we're pals or something?
Yes, I feel very close to you. I mean, that's why I'm telling you this. It's for your safety.
Got it.
Okay, so I heard Max has connections to the regulators. Word in the fort is, if you owe her money and don't pay up, you could end up face down in a Scar encampment, torn apart by Wyvern.
But if she's got regulator connections, why wouldn't she turn you over to them?
Hey, I'm just telling you what I heard, because I don't want you to get hurt.
Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome, my friend.
I figured since my wife was working today and I didn't have much to do, I was going to get on at 11, but I was making tea and doing other things. Man, I had to go drop my lawnmower off at the shop to get work done. I probably won't be picking it up until Wednesday.
What's up?
What are you talking about? You called me, mate.
No, you...
Oh, hold on a second.
The Monitor is leading a mission back into the Heart of Rage. He wants to weaponize the Cenotaph. We decrypted the archive you recovered from the Regulator camp earlier, and we know why he's after unique Shaper relics.
Doesn't mean he'll succeed.
Did you know the Monitor was there when the Dominion attacked Freemark? One of the few who escaped when the Cenotaph leveled the city.
Oh, shit.
He's ruthless, driven, and savage. An incredibly powerful cipher and a brilliant pilot. He frightens even his own people.
The storm will tear him apart. No one survives the Heart of Rage.
You did. The intel also reveals that he's perfected a way to harness the power of the Cenotaph, and we cannot let that happen.
Obviously.
I need you to find a way through the Heart of Rage, get to the Cenotaph first, and silence it. Do what freelancers do.
Do what freelancers do. You're talking about a bloody cataclysm.
He's right. We aren't equipped to take that on.
Of course. Well, I can think of others who survived the Heart of Rage that day, who never let it go, studied it.
Oh, come on.
I feel like I'm supposed to know this one.
My old partners, Halleck and Faye.
Intel says the Monitor is on their trail. Suggests Faye has found something important. Last known location.
Oh, I can... So, Halleck and Faye. Intel says your partnership ended badly.
I don't know. We just kind of grew apart.
Really? Because I heard that Halleck never forgave you for pulling him out of that storm, and Faye went...
Where are we going?
Oh, right. Oh, you're kidding me. No, Halleck and Faye are working with Princess Zim.
The regulator boss?
Oh, please, she's a smuggler at best. She's a full-fledged crime lord at worst. We really need them.
To get through the Heart of Rage and beat the Monitor to the Cenotaph. Yeah, we need him.
Do we? You and I? We're such a solid team already.
Of course, that's why Tassin picked us. You got my back, I got yours.
All right. Hey, considering that the Monitor is both Lancer and Cypher, we could probably use a very fabulous Cypher Javelin pilot combo of our own.
Oh, and be patient. Pilot lessons are going fine, but seriously, it might take you years.
Okay. You know what? This might be fun. Apparently, Princess Zim's camp is like a traveling carnival. Now, it's a traveling carnival run by bloodthirsty gangsters, who like gifts. So you need to get us something to get in. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, good to see you.
Okay. Yeah, so, I just now recently got on. Man.
Good to see you, freelancer.
My wife and I almost went to go see Shazam Saturday night. I forgot to mention that yesterday, but she wanted to wait, because it was going to be like around $30 for two tickets to go see it. Kind of a Fandango pre-screening, get to see it early kind of thing. I wanted so bad to go see it, but she wanted to wait, which is wise, because it's probably going to cost $100 to $150 for my lawnmower to get tuned and blade sharpened and everything. And we've got a few bills we got to pay, and she's got a blinker and a headlight bulb out, so. And from the reviews that I've seen on YouTube, the people that got to go see the screen of it, they gave it big thumbs up. It's more of a comedy and a second action movie, but a guy I normally watch that does reviews, Angry Joe on YouTube, he loved it. He gave it an 8 out of 10. He wanted so bad to give it a 9, but as a critic, he says, I have to give it an 8 out of 10. But he really loved it. And another guy, Jack, or something Stuck Lines or something, I can't remember his name, but he gave it a B. He liked it, but he said there was a couple of couple parts in it that were kind of kooky or cammy, I guess is the word. But yeah, he loved it overall, nonetheless. So I really want to go see it.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. All right.
You're looking at me like you want something. What is it?
Nothing. I wasn't trying to.
Then point your damned peepers somewhere else.
Fine, drink yourself dead. I'll say that.
Suit yourself. Drink your way into the gutter if that's what you want.
Everyone that keeps coming here, trying to help, talk won't help. Nothing will, unless you can get me some Anthem grain.
Grain? What are you rambling about?
Grain from Anthem. It's what makes Anthem bread taste like Anthem bread. That was what my bake shop was all about. My supplier stopped shipping, so I can't make my bread. Without bread, I can't keep my doors open. Damn it. I miss my oven so much.
So get your oven back. Do something else. Adapt. Make cake.
Like my mother always told me, Lien, cake is not love. Cake will not fix your problems. I don't need your advice or pity. I have enough saved up to keep me going, so just be on your way.
Fine, fine.
Meow. Oh. Oh.
Remember when this place was called the Shifty Koroks?
Remember when you had hair? That was great. All right. Cindy, my wife and Cindy, are slowly trying to train Jack to be comfortable outside of his crate when we're not home. It's a slow process. For the first 30 minutes or so, he's really freaking out a little bit, got anxiety. We have a camera in our house so we can watch him on our phones on an app, an Amazon Cloud Cam. And he paces around the house and whines and cries. And eventually, 30 minutes to 40 minutes, he decides to lay down. But I don't want to have to leave him in his crate all the time when we're not home. I want him to, have the freedom to go lay wherever he wants and, play with his toys or whatever, or chew on his toys.
Hi again, Bryn.
Freelancer. Hello again. Hi. While I have you, we need more information about this odd scar activity. If you have time to lend the Sentinels a hand.
On it. Just pass on the details when you have them.
Yes, will do.
The scars are a constant threat in the region. Hit the operations now to stop them from threatening Fort Tarsus. I don't care if I knew one would look nicer. That court case was part of my mother's javelin. Her mother's javelin, and its complement with Sentinel maintenance codes. So leave it. Yeah. Against the backdrop of Hammertop Mountain, the eastern reach has always been a little bit wild.
Sorry.
General Helena Tarsus, the first Lancer and leader of the Legion of Dawn. Helena Tarsus is humanity's most revered and celebrated hero. Almost said worst. The volume of Tarsus claims that she was the lone survivor of an escaped group of slaves. The general reportedly spoke little about her past. Tarsus, her husband, carried the chronicler, the inventor Arden Vassa recruited and trained an army to overthrow the Urgoth. At the Dawn Gates, Tarsus fell in battle preventing the Urgoth's final act of vengeance, the attack on the human settlement of Anthem. Sometime after her death, she was reportedly spotted near Ansher, prompting the belief that she would rise again, inspiring construction of the Helena's Walk Temple. The acts of Tarsus had been conveniently politicized. The path of might, the path of valor, the path of resolve. These actions should be taken as a whole, not as one example that defines an entire faction. There's a lot of lore on this game, if I haven't mentioned that before. I think next week, Sunday, probably the last 2-hour chapter, if it even reaches 2 hours, of L.A. Noire. I think we'll probably be coming to the conclusion. I didn't think she had a bubble above her head. Now she does. How about that?
Hi again.
Freelancer. Fancy meeting you here.
Were you trying to make a joke, Bryn?
I'm attempting something new. I don't think I enjoyed it. I should tell you, I'm impressed with how you've handled yourself on missions.
Freelancers. We get the job done.
Sometimes, from what I've heard.
I'm pouring me some coffee here. I had to use my old coffee maker because the new one that we got for Christmas from my brother-in-law decided to quit working today. I tried unplugging it, plugging it back in, plugging in a different plug. It's toast.
And you believe everything you hear?
You do seem shockingly reliable.
Shockingly.
Oh, pleasantly. Surprisingly?
Has anyone ever told you that you're not great with people, Bryn?
Oh, constantly.
How do you even have an opinion of freelancers if I'm the first one you've worked with?
From radio shows and other Sentinels. Have you ever considered Sentinel life?
They've asked. I've never been tempted.
Really?
Really. You seem good at what you do, but it's too many rules and regs for me.
Oh, rules and regs keep the world in order. A place for everything.
Sounds like you've used that line before.
My mother's favorite. She was a Sentinel too, and she also loved rules.
Isn't working with freelancers without permission breaking those rules?
If the Sentinels don't adapt, the fort won't be around much longer to protect.
And isn't that adapting just breaking the rules with purpose?
Now you're just talking nonsense.
I'll see you around.
Potentially.
I rented this game called Division 2 Saturday. I played it Saturday night for like an hour or two. I'm not that impressed. I mean, graphically, the game is beautiful. And combat's fun, but there's not much of a story. It's like people asking, hey, I don't really mean to, but can you go and help out my friend? She's hasn't been seen in a while. I need you to go and see if she's okay, or go do this or do that. General Helena Tarsis, the first Lancer and leader of the Legion of Dawn. Helena Tarsis is humanity's most revered and celebrated hero. The volume of Tarsis claims that she was the lone survivor in an escaped group of slaves. Did I already read this? Tarsis, her husband, Garrett chronicler, an avenger of Arden Vasa, recruited and trained an army to overthrow the Urgoth. The Dawn of Gates. Tarsis fell in battle preventing the Urgoth's final act of vengeance, attacking the human settlement. Sometimes after her death, she was partly spotted. Can we be certain that the General Tarsis truly made Fulminus whatever that may be into a sword? Speculating the accuracy of the volume of Tarsis is a waste of our time. Instead, let us consider that what the text tries to teach us, that humanity came together to overcome oppressors through ingenuity, communication, and organization. This should be our focus. The acts of Tarsus have been conveniently... Already read that part. It's like every time you find something like that, it adds a bit more to the lore. Fashion Club announcement. Fort Tarsus Fashion Club needs you. Are you adventurous, bold, and dare dress the way you feel? Then please consider joining the Fort Tarsus Fashion Club. FTFC is a beautiful club dedicated to keep fashion alive in our fort. If you care about accessories, fabric, cuts, and lines, then this club is for you. Don't worry, fashion friends, because you are not alone. Please contact... Alright. Somehow these doors open automatically. It's like doors at Walmart. They sense you coming in. Welcome to Walmart. Excuse me, lady. Get out of the way. Let's check out the feature store here. See what's available. Bunch of crap. I waste my money on that crap.
Hey, welcome back to Uncle Bonnie's.
Hi, Serena.
We've got some new stock you might like, but maybe you'll be more interested in my Tesla adventure.
Okay, I'm interested. What happened with the Tesselar?
Okay, you know how Tessellars are super cute but can electrocute you, right?
Okay.
Alright, so I got a couple of freelancers to capture a baby Tesselar for me.
How did you make that happen?
They owed my Uncle Bonnie a favor, but that's not the point. By the time I opened the cage door, it was dead. It was so sad and sweet, I had to give it a goodbye hug. But it was actually only sleeping, because it yawned, opened one eye, then zapped me.
Wow. What did that feel like?
kind of like a static shock times a billion.
Are you okay?
Sure. I mean, I still get the tingles, but my vision is clearing up, so it's all good. You know, you kind of remind me of a Tesselar.
I do.
Yeah, I think it's the way you walk. Hey, maybe check out our fancy compounds before you go.
Sure.
You know it's okay to drop in whenever you like, right? You know, for crafting stuff or whatever.
Let me adjust the paint a little bit on my javelin. I'm gonna make the torso black and leave the pads blue. Yeah.
Here's where it gets fun.
Now here's where it gets fun. Time to make a statement. Yeah. Alright, that's blue. Okay. Alright.
The Enclave has seen better days, hasn't it? There's more crits than people down there, I think.
Let's see. Gotta go up these stairs. Yep. These heavily armored javelin is a cornerstone of human society and is used in various occupations, including industrial work, deep-sea diving, heavily transport, though slower than other models. This javelin can withstand a punishing amount of damage. In battle, you can count on the Colossus to hold the line or disperse threats when its tremendous strength in close combat. The Colossus carries a massive collapsible cannon at all times. At full power, the Colossus can deploy the weapon and become immune to all damage. The cannon fires powerful explosive shells with devastation results. Yeah. Yep. I was feeling that on my main playthrough. I have already found all this stuff. Let's see. Can't really explore everywhere. They got a lot of stuff blocked.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey! Thanks, yeah, that was great. Yeah. Commonly used by frontline fighters, this reliable javelin has well-rounded offensive and defensive capabilities due to an even balance of armor and speed. The Ranger's propulsion pack can launch quick air strikes at unexpected foes, as well as navigate challenging terrain during exploration. At full power, the Ranger can activate an advanced targeting system that identifies and paints all threats in the target area. The Ranger becomes immune to damage and can release a barrage of missiles at all targets. It's hard to do that voice lately. I've been getting over a cold slowly. Striders are the bloodstream of Bastion. They are used to transport people, resources, and vital supplies for short distances or during lengthy expeditions into the wilderness. Strider can house an amplifier and up to 4 javelins at a time. Their massive size means Striders can safely navigate most common dangers, but are vulnerable to certain Shimra and coordinated attacks. Most Striders can withstand being on the edge of cataclysm, but will not maintain structural integrity within. The Strider's heavy joints groaned as it came to a halt. Through the windows, they could smell the heat of lush foliage. They took one last breath to remember it, for they could not count on fresh air in the Everwild. Only the stuffy recycled wind from their Strider's systems. In the Everwild, the outside would bring death. The Strider was their city now, but living behind walls was not new to anyone. So the crew sealed the windows shut and plunged headlong into the furious green jungle. If I can speak correctly, it would sound a lot better. Keep saying the wrong words. Launch bay. I don't want to go that way. Excuse me.
Can you believe all the mess out here? You
Yeah.
can't turn around without tripping over something.
Well, maybe you should pick something up. Throw it away. Alright. 31 minutes, I'm finally getting into the javelin. And for story purposes, let's see. I am going to do this on easy. Alright. Because I've already played the game, I don't need a challenge. I'm just doing this for the story. I'm gonna have to restart it. It's badass though, right? Seeing that whole animation? Badass! It only does that during playing with other people. I meant to choose private. I'm trying to decide on my next main stream, Tomb Raider or Mass Effect Trilogy. Mass Effect Trilogy is going to take a long time because there's 3 separate games that connect with the story. It's a great story and lovable characters in the game and lots of action.
Like I said, you won't get to see Princess Zim without bringing gifts. Yeah, I've marked locations where we'll find something that should work.
Tribute for a princess, huh?
It'll give me time to meet you there.
Wait, what?
You think I'd miss the reunion with your mates? I hitched a ride on a smuggler's Strider.
Owen.
It'll be fine. Wait, one of them's coming.
Okay. I think I'm alone. Just to make sure, I'm going to switch off the voice chat. Oh, there it is. Audio.
Okay, I'm borrowing this Strider's amplifier, crammed in with smuggled rabbits.
It's not safe out here.
Safe gets boring. Time for a freelancer adventure. You'll see.
I guess no one's doing the easy. That's good. Probably do this by myself. Woohoo! Flying in this game is so much fun, dude. I swear. Cool off by the steam of the waterfalls. I'll probably do the Tomb Raider games though.
Some scars in the area stole weapons from Princess Sim. Getting them back for her could be a good icebreaker. They're gonna put up a fight, though.
Cool off my
Some of the scars even know what to do with guns. They're just a bunch of grunts.
Well, they've got pretty good aim.
Well, we stirred things up now. Well, we stirred things up now.
You just said that. Ooh, hot potato, hot potato.
Now take a look around for a weapons cache.
I think the lightning got that other guy. And both of them.
Okay, we got the weapons. Good, but it's not enough. Regulators aren't easily impressed. I've marked the next location.
What are we getting here?
Relics. The scars took a few from Zim's merry band of smugglers. Of course, they probably stole them first, but people score points with Zim if we get them back. Well, after you take care of the walking bugs. Okay, see if you can find the relics.
Oh, over here. Oh, that's a treasure. Well, I thought it was, I guess it was the relics. It's either above me or below me. One or the other. Oh, right here.
We got the relics. Almost have enough. Need one last bit of tribute for the princess. Location marked. You see that Ursix? He's your next fight.
Why?
Princess Zim loves to throw a good party. I hear grilled Ursix is her favorite dish.
Ah! He likes to throw rocks at you. That was shocking.
Good. Now grab a chunk of that meat. I'm sure the scars will leave the rest. Good, we got it. One slab of Ursix ready to serve. Fresher the better. Now let's deliver it. I've marked the location for Princess Sim's hideout. My Strider's approaching Zim's place. Now, before this reunion kicks off, do you really think Halleck and Faye will help?
We're all professionals.
Yeah, and I've seen professionals beat each other silly.
It won't be like that. The stakes are too high.
Let's hope. If the Dominion harness the Cenotaph, bad blood will be the least of our worries.
Okay, I've managed to sneak in.
How?
I hid in a grabbit cage. Yeah, well, it wasn't my proudest moment.
If the regulators catch you.
Yeah, it's not a problem. This place is one giant party. I'll see you inside.
Need to see some friends of mine. They're working with Princess Sim.
What did you bring?
Tribute for Her Royal Highness.
It's adequate. You can go inside.
How was the trip?
Well, the trip? Oh, it was fabulous. Yeah, I just love hitching a ride on a smuggler strider. It was first-class comfort all the way.
Behold the wonders of the palace. All hail Princess Zim. Long may she reign.
They do know that she is not a real princess, right? She's just a crazy smuggler with delusions of grandeur.
You scoped this place out yet?
What, you think I went in there alone? Are you crazy? No, I've been standing here waiting for you. Besides, it's your friends we're looking for.
Let's go find Halleck and Faye.
Come on. Hey, is that them over there?
Wonder where she parked her javelin. That's what I was wondering. Is there like a parking lot for javelins and you don't want to walk in with one?
Pleasure doing business, princess.
Our business is not yet completed.
No? I thought we had a deal.
Who is this, Haluk?
No one.
An old friend. Please, invite your old friend over to join us.
I'm sorry, but we gotta go.
No. First, we celebrate our new partnership in the tradition of my people. Come, closer, friend of Haluk.
Scorpidin stinger, highly acidic. It's going to burn going down. A lot.
You know, I had a big breakfast.
Refusing a meal is a grave insult to your host.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Forgive my ignorance, Princess. I didn't know people could eat this.
I come from a harsh and unforgiving land. Plants are scarce. Animals even more so. Before the Dominion conquered us, we had a saying. Food is life. Life is struggle. We understood that. We embraced it. It helped make us strong.
Thanks for the meal, Princess.
That was just the appetizer. The main course.
Oh.
Behold, the pheromone sac of a young manticore, cured for an entire year in a vat of fermented chimera venom. A rare delicacy I have been saving for a special occasion.
After you, Princess.
It's still moving.
I could not dishonor myself by eating while my guests go hungry.
I love Manticore.
Our deal?
Be sure to thank your friend Haluk.
Oh, you look a little green.
I just need to sit down for a second.
That had to have been gross.
What do you want?
I think what he meant to say was thank you.
I have a contract.
A contract? Well, we don't need your charity.
Excellent.
Faye, Halleck, this is Owen.
Cypher and Lancer in the making.
Corvus sent me.
Corvus? Huh. What, you some kind of a hotshot now? You got a lot of nerve after all this time.
Quit being dramatic. Sit down.
I'd rather stand.
Let's all go back to the Strider. I'll explain.
We got our own thing going. Thanks, but no.
Wait. Something's not right.
Dominion troops! Clear out! Scatter!
We'll keep your friends safe.
Don't worry about me. I'll see you there.
Possibly, yeah. I had to think about what you were saying there for a moment. I guess it was to my question of where they park their javelins. Probably. And does she have a key to it where she can unlock it when she gets it? Like, boop, boop, hops in it.
We've got a whole bunch of Dominion incoming. Where'd they all come from? We had a little run-in with them earlier. Might have killed some of their guys.
Guess that didn't sit so well.
Owen, what are you doing?
Keeping the heat up.
You can't fly a suit. You'll get yourself killed.
Not if I shoot them first. This isn't so hard. I got one. can't I move?
You panicked. Your javelin locked up.
What do I do?
Keep your head down.
Don't wait, fire! This is bad! Clear them out. Can't have them taking shots at the Strider.
I'm on it.
This is not how I saw this going.
Don't do anything to draw their fire.
I'll leave that to you.
It's working. They're ignoring Owen.
Oi, give me credit for a few of them.
Working on it.
I've done this before, Alec.
Yeah, nothing's working. I can't...
Don't worry, you're clear. The Dominion are licking their wounds for the moment.
Good. I mean, we showed them. Now, I wouldn't mind getting inside the Strider.
I think the Tomb Raider games would be fun. You ready for summertime land? Cutting grass in the hot heat and insects, wasps, bees, mosquitoes, all that fun stuff.
Woo! Ha! What a rush. I'd say we really took it to the Dominion back there, right? And I think we'll agree that I was pretty fantastic.
Owen, are you serious? That was a disaster. You were a disaster. Never do that again. Please.
Right. I'll just head to the amplifier.
Over here. Nothing's changed.
Hmm.
Thought you'd probably at least paint it or something.
The corrosion adds a nice patina. Should we talk about the weather next, or have we fulfilled our quota for small talk?
I don't think there's a penalty for going over. Read any good books lately?
Thousands of them. It's been a long time, you know?
It's good to see you again.
Is it? You're not just here because you need something. It doesn't matter. You're back.
I'm still picking up a lot of Dominion radio chatter, but we're losing sight of our pursuers. Oh, no, sorry, why have we stopped?
Damn it all to hell.
Halleck, you still haven't replaced that actuator?
It's still good. And shut up. I got this.
Yep. Off to a great start.
Where's my socket wrench?
Left in the box as usual.
Never thought you'd be back here.
Life's just full of surprises.
Switching off starboard power before it overloads.
Oh, come on. That's just half the fun.
Can we please hurry this up? They will be on top of us any minute now.
Pliers. So what are you doing here?
I'm helping you fix this garbage actuator. Again.
More reliable than some. So what's this contract of yours?
Can we please chat later? The Dominion will be here any second.
Owen, please, this is important. Just, you're not helping.
Screwdriver.
Which one? Use your words.
3/8, obviously.
I'm going back to the Heart of Rage.
Really?
The Dominion wants the cenotaph. Corvus hired me to get it first.
Well, that explains why Dominion troops showed up at Zim's.
Faye, light us up. Faye and I have 2 years of research and legwork on this. And you want what? Jump in the end and claim credit?
Halleck, time is of the essence. We have a lead that requires a Lancer right now. Shouldn't we work together?
No! I can handle it.
You've got the Dominion on your back, and you don't think that maybe you could use a hand?
We could find someone else.
You go right ahead, mate.
Not in time, we can't.
You need me. And I can't finish this contract without you.
One job. Just one. I got a Strider to drive.
You said you have a lead?
We might. One moment. As expected. Hold these, please.
You found something about the cenotaph or the Heart of Rage?
Zim did. Pays to have friends, you know.
Some friends.
I'm sure you've heard of the Legion of Dawn, General Tarsus.
What? General Tarsus?
Yeah. She entered the last Heart of Rage and reached the center, the cenotaph. How? I've done the research. Her javelin could do the impossible. It had unique shields and who knows what else.
Wait. You think you found her armor? The original Javelin of Dawn?
Yes, finally. Now we just need to go get it. Interested?
Well, personally, I can't wait to see it. Just give me whatever intel Her Highness had, and let's get the expedition started.
No need. I'll be supporting this mission. I've already done all the relevant research.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
before I go over there, I want to check my new stuff at the forge. Let a friend of mine at work borrow The Matrix because she's never seen it. And she's had my movie over a week and still hadn't got around to watching it yet. And I'm like, I don't really like the warden a lot. It kind of relentless. Sledgehammer. I kind of like that gun. It's pretty powerful, and the RPMs is not too high. It's like doo 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 doo. It's pretty awesome. I think I'm going to change this to the relentless. Hang on, I'm texting a friend. I asked her if she watched it, and she changed the subject on a text message. Her and another coworker of mine have been picking on me because another mutual friend of mine, we've been trying to get together and take our dogs to the dog park. And my coworker, supervisor, and friend thinks that that this other friend of mine named Emily is trying to get me to come out to the dog park with Jack as a way of like hooking up or something. I'm like, no, she's not interested in me in that way. We're just friends. Plus, I'm married. I'm not going to do nothing like that crazy. That's stupid. And he's like, nah, man, she's wanting something. She's not just going to get you out of the dog park to just for the dogs. She's wanting something. I'm like, no, dude, she's not. She's not like that. She just wants to have our dogs meet, and, you know, she wants to meet my dog, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So they like picking on me about it. I asked her if she's watched it yet, and she goes, how was your day at the dog park? And I said, didn't go, it was raining. And she sent me a laugh out loud emoji. So I don't go out there when it's wet outside. And I said, have you watched it yet? 4 dots, not yet. I have been very busy lately, I'm sorry. You know, and she can keep it as long as she needs it, you know. I'm not needing it back in a hurry. I just want to know if she's watched it so I can talk to her about the movie, see her views and opinions on The Matrix, you know. But, let's see. I think I want to try that. But the Seeking Missile might be my favorite. I don't know. We'll have to see. Support gear. Finally I can craft this. I need more parts.
days, hasn't it? There's more crits than people down there, I think.
Freelancer, I trust your reunion with Halleck and Faye was productive.
There are a few less Dominion who'll be bothering us.
Always good. So what's the next step?
The tomb of General Tarsus. They think her original javelin is still there.
I'll assume it's for more than just a historical tour?
Faye says that javelin could get us into the heart of Rage.
Then I'm glad I could bring old friends back together.
Well, we're still getting reacquainted.
Make it work. In the meantime, Corvus has other jobs that might interest you.
You know me. I'll take any job I can get.
These aren't your usual run-of-the-mill contracts. They're tough.
I can handle it.
Then talk to my agent, Sev, for a full briefing. He's in the bar. Or rush in if you want. I know that's more the freelancer style. Whichever the case, keep up the good work.
Cool. Strongholds are kind of like raids. You go and fight.
Could you come see me when you have a minute? We've got a complication.
Super bosses and stuff. Thought I heard my dog snoring. I was hearing this weird sound.
Hey, pal.
Hi, Serna.
You know how I love all cute animals, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot to be professional again. Please browse our ever-changing selection of compounding materials. Now that we've got that over with, I bet you want to hear about my new pet Saurian.
You finally got a pet. Good for you. How's that going?
Well, it started out wonderfully. My baby Saurian was the cutest little thing in the fort.
You had a Saurian in the fort?
Amazing, right? But the Sentinels said Wiggles was too dangerous, so I had to set him free.
Wiggles?
Cute name, huh? And the incident wasn't that bad. Like my Uncle Bonnie says, nobody needs all 10 fingers anyway. Wiggles and I were off-leash training, and it was great until that kid walked by with her sandwich. On the plus side, it was one of the smaller fingers, and my family gave her a really fancy gift basket.
Will you look for another pet?
I sure will. Just because I've had bad luck with Koroks, Tesselars, and Saurians doesn't mean I'm giving up. I believe every animal is cute when it's a baby.
But won't they get dangerous as adults?
I think the key is picking the right time in their development to say goodbye. You ask good questions. That's why I like you.
Thanks, Serna.
I mean as a customer of the store. You probably have to go. Maybe next time you'll get a chance to look at some of our new alloys. Bye. Please come back soon to shop.
Ah. There's no pictures. Saurians are sweet little creatures, literally. The skin of an adult saurian is sweet to the taste and are a special treat for Ursics and Bruits, who gobble them whenever they can. While saurian's flesh is poisonous to humans, physicians sometimes recommend licking a saurian to induce the vomiting necessary to counter exposure to the toxic spores. But I can say from experience that licking a saurian isn't as fun as it sounds. These pack animals also have a tremendous bite. So if you're going to keep an adorable baby saurian as a pet, wear your gloves. Nothing sweeter to a saurian than your fingers. Really. I love the descriptions of the different animals in here. Scorpions. These things are nasty. They look like spiders. Like, have you seen the movie Alien and Aliens? Scorpions, to me, as my own personal opinion, is a cross between a spider and a face hugger from Aliens. I kid you not. When you see these things, you're going to be like, ah. Oh, there's a picture. These six-legged killing machines is a truly fascinating predator. Scorpions are careful not to hatch from their eggs until they sense that food is near. These creatures are highly corrosive blood and two stingers that can shoot acid at prey, damaging them even the thickest javelin armor. This acid is actually pre-digesting food for the scorpion, who is willing to share a meal with their siblings, who may or may not be burrowing underground, plotting a surprise attack. Ugh. Yeah, they're like spiders with two poisonous tails that shoot venom, and facehuggers. And they come at you in swarms. Teslars, little electrified creatures. While Tessie the Tesla is a favorite child's toy, real Teslas are not so snuggly. Anyone getting too close to a Tesla should prepare to be electrocuted. And by too close, I mean in a general vicinity. Most animals are smart enough to avoid the Tesla, except, of course, Wolven, which is will still try to eat them, even after they've been zapped, which is terrifying. If Wolven aren't afraid of Tesla's electromagnetic field, they probably won't be afraid of anything a javelin can do. I hate Wolven. Titans. Titans are a major force and a force to be reckoned with. Once a rare creature, Titans have been continually coming out of the heart of Rage over the past few years, and so we've gotten to know more about them than ever before. Titans reproduce by growing an offshoot, a smaller copy that just breaks off and walks away. But smaller doesn't mean less dangerous. If you happen to come across one, you may be lucky enough to catch them in a bad mood and see it shoot energy from its chest. What puts a Titan in a bad mood? Just about everything. Truly unforgettable. Ursix. Now here's a glorious predator. Humongous and highly aggressive, the Ursix will stop at nothing to put you on the menu. One hit from their massive arms can turn your javelin into scrap metal. And one bite from their enormous jaws will pop you out of your armor like a nut from a shell. I advise watching the Ursix from a safe height. And if you're really lucky, the Ursix might hurl boulders at you. What a sight to behold! Vestnants. There's no picture for Vestnants. See the dark cloud dancing above you, blocking out the sun? That's a swarm of Vestnants, one of the deadliest insects in the world. While a single Vestnant is only the size of a fingernail, they always form part of a large colony that live in spires. Spires are built from chewed up wood and mucus. Each spire houses an amazingly complex community of workers, administrators, sentinels, undertakers, nurses, emperor Vestnants. A Vestnant's being has been known to take down a Koroks. Lucky for us, they only cause minimal damage to the javelin. So feel free to take a moment to enjoy the furious buzzing of a cloud of Vestnants. Yeah. Grabbits. They're like rabbits in a way. I will begin this guide with a short examination of the seemingly harmless grabbit. My cousin had a pet grabbit once, and contrary to legend, it didn't steal shards and shards of treasure, or shards and hoards of treasure. My cousin liked to dress it up like a little baby and coo at it, and when I expressed my concern, she said the grabbit liked it. Maybe. Or maybe it just put up with my cousin because it hoped she'd die soon and it could have a nice dinner. In Anrisar and Anrisar, the predators of Bastion have adapted to our world in interesting ways, none more astounding than the Anrisar. This cave dweller saliva creates a electromagnetic field that can disable flashlights and destroy flares, often having humans stumbling around in the dark. It takes a slow defensive approach in stalking prey, keeping its distance but using its spiked tongue to lash out with great force from far away. Handy for taking Gravits, Gazniks, and the occasional lost Lancer by surprise. You should be so lucky. No picture. This plant looks like everything you'd want to find in the wild. Beautiful, graceful, swaying before you, offering a gentle, comforting light in the darkness. Do not be fooled. Do not get close. Do not go closer. Do not stand below it. It's hiding a razor-like tongue that will cut you to shreds, leaving you in their ribbons on the ground to be absorbed later. Like my mother on holidays, it will not hesitate to give you a lashing. I love the descriptions on these different things. The shockbriar, a remarkable plant that seems to have a unique reaction to shimmeric alloys. Instead of collecting a shimmeric energy in one place, it builds up shimmeric tension that results in a mild electric shock. Various arcanists have attempted to harness shockbriar energy, but the result, even woven into technology, is a nasty rash for all one who come into contact with it. There is a large and beautiful display of shockbriar in the Anthem Royal Conservatory. Conservatory. I can't say shit right today. I keep saying the wrong words. Stinkhand, otherwise known as the quickmaw. Stinkhand has become the more popular term for this hazardous plant. As prey draws close to the stinkhand, it will emit a pungent cloud of acidic mist, causing the prey to writhe in pain. Especially susceptible are airborne creatures, which the stinkhand will snatch right out of the air. The acid causes modest damage to the javelin armor, but will prove quite destructive through repeated exposure. Though stinkhand has been harvested as an ingredient in perfumes, such as Fervent and the Black Ember, the plant is not allowed in most settlements. Yeah. That's probably flying too high up in the air. The game's invisible wall, so to speak. It won't let you fly too high.
Freelancer, how goes the battle?
Fighting the good fight.
What I wanted to hear.
How's the thunder business?
Good. Word's gotten around that freelancers are something special again.
Doing what we can. How'd you get into this work anyway, Prospero?
It found me. Nothing in this world makes a statement like Shaper Relics. Talk about fearful awe.
I splashed coffee on my arm a while ago.
That's why they're so fascinating. No one knows how they work or why they even exist. Anything can happen.
Oh, I know that. I've seen it firsthand.
What happened?
When I was young, maybe 18, I was an engineer for a trading caravan. One day we hear a rumor. They say a Titan's been spotted in the area. We were young and stupid, so we got it in our heads that taking a Titan down meant we wouldn't have to be traders anymore.
Stand by. Getting my last cup of coffee for the day. Oh, man.
I guess that's what being young is all about. Taking risks. Sometimes they pay off.
Well, I remember thinking, how hard can it be? So I might have been the dumbest of the bunch. So this Titan, it's leaving a trail of destruction and rumors wherever it goes. Biggest Titan anyone's ever seen. Weeks go by. We've tracked it all the way to the Western Pass, into the Great Expanse. Finally, we corner it in a valley. And that's when I felt it. Deep in the bones dread. It wasn't just one Titan. It was 3 of them, joined together.
You're kidding me.
all standing around a Shaper relic, melding together. Right before my eyes, it was staring right at us. This gigantic thing that shouldn't exist. Took us all of 15 seconds to turn our Strider around and never look back. But I did. I was mesmerized. It was powerful, fearful, awful. Then it pointed to the sky, and the thunder answered. It's a moment I'll never forget.
Coming back. I was letting my dog outside. He hadn't been outside in a while. That's incredible.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
I can't believe that happened.
I know it did. That thunderclap, we felt it. So loud my eardrum blew out.
Wow.
That's why I do what I do. I sell the thunder. If every freelancer
Thunder!
can feel the same awe I felt that day, you'll win every time.
Always fun talking to you, Prospero. See you later.
Back at you.
If I ever get back into DJing again on another internet radio station, I'll definitely shoot you a line, a message saying, giving you the info.
Hi again, Mora. How's business?
How do you think?
Fruit sales have been peaking?
Please don't patronize me, freelancer. You know that's not the case. I'm thinking of selling my plans for an indoor farm. Not for very much, but enough for now.
Before you do that, I met someone recently. A woman named Leanne.
The baker. Where did you meet her exactly?
At the bar?
I thought so.
She's been hit by the grain shortage too. Her bakery shut down.
I know. She was a great customer. Came by a lot. I really liked her. But she's been wasting away in that bar since her bakery shut down.
Everyone deals with hard times differently. She's got some resources left over. The last remnants of her bakery.
I don't know. She's changed.
This could be a solution for both of you.
She's been irresponsible with her funds. I rarely see her sober. I'd be letting her have half my idea. And what if my farm fails? I'd be responsible for losing what Leanne has left.
All fair points.
I have to think about this. Freelancer? What would you do?
It might sound iffy, but you should take a chance on Leanne. She owned that bakery for years. That person is still in there.
That's true. And I would be crushed to part with my idea for so little.
It's your decision, of course.
I know. I know. But you're right. What's life without a little risk, right?
Out here at the fort, risk is everything.
Thank you, freelancer. I need to think about this, but come back soon.
You got it, Mora.
Any movies coming out this year, Lan, that you're looking forward to go seeing? I'm also looking forward to seeing the Affinity Endgame. The movie is looking really good, and I don't know if you've seen the latest trailers that are available to watch now on YouTube, but man, I am so excited to see that movie. I want to see Shazam. I want to see Endgame. Spider-Man. Definitely want to see the new Spider-Man movie. I'm just like, woo!
I'm starving.
We'll go eat a taco or something. Can't wait to see those movies. Those are the three that I'm excited to see.
Hey, buddy. Going well out there?
Yeah. Oh, and Hellboy. I want to see the new Hellboy movie as well. That movie looks sick. I want to see it. There's like 3 or 4 movies coming out in April that I want to go see. There's also another movie that's already out in theaters. I think it's called Alita, Warrior Angel or something. I've been wanting to see that movie since it came out, and lately my wife and I haven't had the funds to go see it, but man, that movie looks so awesome. I've been wanting to see that since I first saw teaser trailers of it. Yeah, definitely for sure. It's so expensive to go see movies nowadays.
Well, look who's come around. Looking sharp, big star. Right. Feeling better?
Yes, indeed.
flying high.
Right.
What have you been up to?
Freelancing. Always freelancing. And some shady business.
Shady business?
Oh, yeah. A sorry tale of woe, my glamorous friend. You want to hear it?
I'm all ears.
See? This is why I like you. You understand that when adventure comes knocking, you open the damn door.
It's chapter 1 of the Freelancer Handbook.
There's sexy danger, sexy bad choices, probably more sexy danger.
Tell me what happened.
I found myself in a game of chance with some dubious regulated types. Not the good kind. These were real knee breakers. In hindsight, it probably wasn't a good idea.
How did you end up there?
They asked. Who knows? What did I have to lose?
A boring afternoon?
Nothing wrong with diving in, right? Sexy danger. Anyway, this game, I kind of bet my javelin suit.
Uh-oh.
You did what?
I was confident I had the winning hand.
Let me guess. Sexy bad choice?
Affirmative. Turns out my cards were crap. Yeah.
Mm.
Ouch. Things got pretty ugly.
So you lost your suit?
Not yet. They gave me a deadline to deliver it. So I was sitting here, trying to figure out what I should do.
See if they want to do a trade. Instead of your suit, they might take something else.
I don't know. Maybe.
They're smugglers. They'll bargain for sure.
Yeah, you're right. I'm out there running across all kinds of valuable stuff. It has to be something they want.
They'll get it. They're interested in profits. That's what you're offering.
Hey, sounds like a plan. I'll talk to you later.
Freelancer Enclave Renaissance Capsule. Recovered from a Legion of Dawn era ruin. This is believed to be one of the Renaissance capsules used by Arden Vasa in his early studies of Ember. Arcanists used devices of this type for centuries. They led directly to the invention of signets and gateway technology. Excuse me. Let's talk to Owen.
Hey, what's up?
You called me?
I did. Do you have time for a chat? Or, I don't know, do you have to run off and find Faye?
You're mad.
No. Just having a little fun.
Would you tell me if you were mad?
Of course. We're friends.
Glad to hear it.
You said so. But anyway, I'm not mad.
Maybe I'm the one who should be mad after that stupid stunt you pulled.
Stunt?
Stealing.
Borrowing?
Borrowing that javelin.
Come on. A couple of hiccups, but overall a successful run. Tactically solid, and it all turned out great in the end.
Tactically solid. Come on, it was a mess. You were lucky I was there.
That's fair, but you have to give me some points for ballsiness.
Since it all turned out, yeah, points for sheer overconfidence.
It was fun, though. Wasn't it? And you were something else out there. Smashing Dominion left and right. You're fantastic.
You know, Owen, I'm never quite sure when you're being straight with me.
Ha! We'll start with probably not. It's safer that way. Come on. I'm an open book. What do you want to know?
Did you always want to be a cipher?
I never wanted to be a cipher. It wasn't my choice, but I have the gift. I was one of 6 kids. It made sense. Parents saw it as an opportunity. Except, they didn't tell me. Just dropped me off. My dad was crying, but I didn't know why.
Where was your mother?
Jail. We were poor, but I guess she was a thief, really.
How old were you?
8.
Yeah, I haven't... I just recently saw like a screenshot and talks of another Terminator movie with Linda Hamilton being in it. I saw a picture of her, some young guy, and someone else. I definitely want to see the new X-Men, the New Mutants, the Dark Phoenix movie, yeah. I haven't seen anything on another Star Wars movie yet, but yeah, I'm always excited to see Star Wars movies. I love Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah. I can't wait to see Endgame, because I really want to see and hope that Captain Marvel kicks the loving shit out of Thanos. I want to see his ass get whooped and his nutsack of a chin. Want to see that badly. And some of the people that have been talking about the movie on YouTube and stuff, one guy was like, man, I'm going to be super pissed if Captain Marvel and Thor go toe-to-toe and Captain Marvel wins. I'm going to be pissed. The brothers, the people making the movies, MCU, they have stated in their, how they're making the movies, that Captain Marvel, she may not be the most powerful character in the comic books, but in the MCU version of these movies, she is the most powerful character in the MCU. Cool. Yeah. I'll just see. I don't know if they have any trailers for the new Star Wars movie yet, but I'll have to look it up. And my wife and I are actually looking forward to seeing the new Toy Story 4 movie, Pets 2, coming out. I can't think of anything else. Can't recall anything else.
The chance to be a cipher is pretty special.
Sure. I can see where it all makes sense. I just wish they'd asked me, you know?
And what changed in you when you became a cipher?
What, you mean besides the feeling that the people I love could be one step from abandoning me for my own good? I'm kidding. You meant the thing where every cipher is a little broken. What's my broken bit? Nothing important. Doesn't matter. In the end, the cipher can hear the anthem. Hear it. The music of the gods. Who wouldn't give up almost anything for that?
You?
Oh no, I would. Anything. Anyone who says different is a liar.
I hear Jack outside howling at the train going by. I don't know if you heard the train sound, horn in the background. There's a local small train going by near my house. Jack was howling at it. He's like, ooh!
Thank you for coming to see me.
You said there was a complication? What's happened?
I took a look at the intel Zim gave us.
It's no good?
She promised us 1 location. She delivered 5.
All right. That's unexpected.
Zim's data is a fragment of text from the Legionnaire Leotrel the Unbroken. She was the General's right hand and, according to legend, the one who laid Tarsus to rest. The text mentions guardians and 4 tombs that must be visited to find the Javelin of Dawn. The data's barely readable. I'll try to get more out of it while you and Owen look for these tombs.
Right. Send me the locations. I'll check them out.
Cool. This microphone's sensitive, so I sometimes wonder if it picks up certain things.
Back.
What?
Got a minute to talk?
Unless you're suited up for a mission, I've got all the time in the world. Honestly, I'm surprised you agreed to take the job from Corvus after everything.
If the Dominion weren't here to put the pressure on, I probably wouldn't have agreed.
But you did. None of the other freelancers would even consider trying again.
Have you kept in touch with anyone else?
I tried to, at first, but most of the survivors wanted to forget they had ever been freelancers.
Wow.
The ones who stuck around did not appreciate my interest in going back to the Heart of Rage.
What made you so determined to go back in?
There's still so much I want to understand. About the storm, the Anthem, what went wrong.
You really think you'll find answers?
Does it matter? The world is filled with mysteries. Chasing the solutions, that's where the fun is.
Looking forward to the solution, not getting hung up on failure. I envy that.
That's why you left, isn't it? You got sick of dwelling on the past. I can't blame you. You needed to get out there and chase something you couldn't see.
It means a lot to hear you say that.
I came here from Anthem back in the day. Can you imagine? Beautiful, civilized Anthem. To the frontier. Because I wanted to see what's out here through a Lancer's eyes.
Well, I can probably handle being your eyes out here.
I know you didn't really want to do this, any of this. But I'm glad you're here, even if you're not.
Cool. Well, that's good.
Don't worry. I'm sure I can back you up in the field just as well as Owen can.
track down Howlick, yeah? Oh, one of the greats. Such a wonderful...
Halleck,
Hey there.
are we on speaking terms?
Depends on what you have to say.
How about we start by breaking the ice? It's been 2 years. What happened?
People go their separate ways. That day in the heart of rage, you forgot about it. Faye and I didn't. Simple as that.
We came out alive. I figured every hour after that was a gift. So I brood.
Who says I'm brooding?
Well, when's the last time you put on the suit?
Oh, no. You don't get to show up out of nowhere and start interrogating me. So how about this? Outside the job, we're just two, I don't know, long-lost cousins getting to know each other again. See what happens.
I'll bite. We start fresh.
Well, some of us are 45 years old, so fresh is being kind. Maybe I'm your uncle.
Maybe we'll even be friends.
Sure, kid, as long as we're pretending. But on the job, don't think I'll go easy on you.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's go see if Matthias wants to talk to me. There's been kind of a glitch where it says that Matthias wants to talk to me because it shows that color of a bubble right there. But when you actually go in the room where he's at, he doesn't want to talk to you. It's like a glitch. With him, usually, what's her name up here in the, where she hangs out, that young Asian lady. Neeson Giles wants to talk to me. Excuse me. I was playing some more of my Fallout 76 last night. Hadn't been on that game in a while. I was playing this yesterday. None of my friends were online, so I was just like, bleh. Just kind of bored. It's gotten to the grind part of the game where I'm doing the same missions over and over and over again to try to get better loot.
I hear the Legionnaires' tombs won't open for just anyone. You need to prove yourself worthy by completing their trials.
What do you think would make that kind of mark? Hey, good to see you again. You know, you're one of the only people here I can really talk to.
That's nice, I guess.
Yeah, feels good. Hey, have you heard anything about this Tassin lady?
What have you heard?
Nothing. That's why I'm asking you. I had a little, run-in with her.
Are you serious? What happened?
Okay, so she's walking by, right? And I think, hey, I'd like to buy this lady a drink. But she says no. But you know me, right? Am I gonna take no for an answer?
No.
And that's right. So I ask her again, only this time with more charm.
How did she respond?
So she says, in a real quiet voice, if you don't get out of my way, you are going to regret this.
And?
I did regret it. I was just about to compliment her, and then I woke up with some people looking down at me. It was pretty rude of her to knock me out, huh?
She did warn you. Plus, how do you know it was her?
I don't, for sure, but I do remember her counting 3, 2, 1. And then black. That was it. So my hunch is, it was her. Hey, what are you up to right now?
Quite a bit. I'm very busy.
Ow, too bad. I was hoping we could hang out.
That's what I figured.
See? You get me. Later, freelancer.
Sometimes you can see a couple of planets or moons in the sky. Oh, there they are. This is the proof that we're not on Earth. Those moon and maybe a planet. Maybe it's 2 moons, maybe it's 2 planets. I don't know. Excuse me, random people. It's pretty though. It's never raining in the game, at least not in here, in the town. There's no weather effects, just night and day cycles. Oh, he does want to talk to me.
You're back. Wonderful.
I get flashes of inspiration whenever we chat.
Really? That's good, right?
Oh, yes. You know, my mentor had strong feelings about inspiration and the gathering thereof. Inspiration must be seized, Matthias, she'd say. Grab it by the throat and don't let go. Well, she didn't actually say throat, but something else. Phyla Ray had no time for propriety.
Phyla Ray taught you? I've heard she was a brilliant arcanist.
And the reason I'm not dead in a ditch.
How did you meet?
I, robbed her.
That really was not what I was expecting.
She was a fancy lady, I was a street kid. What would you have done?
Smiled? Melted her heart with urchiny charm?
Charm? Not me, not at that age. I was all knees and teeth. I didn't have any options. Thievery it was. And she had a case of very shiny things. Shaper relics. I didn't realize the danger. I got lucky, nothing blew up when I took it apart. But Phyla had followed me. It was impossible for an unschooled vagrant to silence a relic, she said.
That made her want to teach you?
I think so. She never explained. Maybe it was the way I handled the relic. It took her an hour to convince me to go with her.
I'd have jumped at the chance. Why didn't you?
I didn't trust her.
What changed your mind?
She sat with me and explained the relics. She told me I could be an arcanist. She was kind. No one had been kind to me in years. She was the first to call me a prodigy. Damn, I miss her. Anyway, You're probably busy. We can talk later. Heard Tassin mumbling about the Dominion? Did you know I once hid in a mound of rotting fungus to avoid one of their patrols? Rashes for days.
Wow. That sounds awful. Rotting fungus. It sounds really unpleasant. So we're going back in the bar, talk to this other guy to the left of the fountain.
This fort could use a few more bylaws.
Hello, Brindle. How's the fort maintenance game?
It's challenging. People continue to ignore glaring safety issues. It's only a matter of time until someone is seriously injured.
Come on. Is it really that bad?
We have a cable problem. There are electrical cords and ropes strewn about all over the fort. This is a serious tripping hazard.
Really?
A mechanic tripped in the forge area yesterday and broke her thumb. That accident was 100% preventable.
Really? How are you going to stop people from tripping?
I will implement a bylaw that requires people to properly bundle or store all loose rope and cable.
You want to make loose cords illegal?
Yes. And standing water.
Standing water? You mean puddles?
Standing water is a breeding ground for insects and should be cleared within a reasonable time after a rainfall. Puddles not only get your feet wet, they're another tripping hazard.
How will you bring in the bylaw?
I have a petition I expect you to sign.
Sure. I'll help make the fort a safer place.
Thank you, freelancer. This fort needs a good safety policy, and people like you will help make that happen.
You're welcome.
I'm hoping the bylaw will help people appreciate the dangers of loose cable and standing water.
Me too, Brindle.
They will, eventually. Did you know we're refurbishing the fountain?
That must be difficult.
It is. I'm very busy. That's why I need to cut this short. Goodbye.
Wrong way. They actually have feet and hands. Not just a floating pair of eyes and a first-person perspective. With this guy.
Are you Sev?
In the flesh. You must be the freelancer Tassin hired. Huh. You actually look capable.
Were you expecting otherwise?
No? Well, sort of. I'm used to getting scraps, not resources.
I thought Corvus would have plenty to go around.
Oh, they do.
but I'm in the proverbial doghouse. Long story short, I pissed off the wrong people and ended up in this shithole.
At first glance, Fort Tarsus may not seem like much, but
It's a shithole. The bar doesn't even have a name.
it used to, but
I know the story. All the stories. Let's just talk about the job. Corvus has received reports of scars ambushing supply caravans.
pretty standard.
Except they were using some new acidic weapon. Extremely potent, not the usual scar fare.
Scars are scavengers. They must have gotten the acid from somewhere.
Great minds. I had a scout follow a trail of the gunk to a possible source. Your cipher has the coordinates.
Nice work, Sev.
What kind of intelligence agent would I be if I didn't give you a little intel? Let me know when you're on your way.
Shaper relics, instruments left behind by the Shapers when they abandoned the world they've created. Varying in shape and size and purpose, relics are powered by the Anthem of creation and are commonly believed to be very tools of that constructed the world. If an activated relic becomes overwhelmed by the Anthem, it creates a cataclysm, often causing fragments to break off the relic. Lancers have discovered through trial and error that returning these fragments to their rightful place can in some cases silence a relic. While cataclysms have been a constant in our world, we have chosen not to experiment with the Anthem of creation. Scars have no such reservations. They seek out Shaper relics from their own purposes. The Scar luminary who led the attack on the terraces used a relic to charge its weapon with extra firepower. In a separate attack, Junkhead sought to use a relic to make itself physically stronger. While a tempting experiment, Anthem has declared that relics are simply too unstable to be safely manipulated by humans. As always, every effort should be made to keep Scars from accessing relics. Shapers. Humanity's name for the supreme beings that created the world itself. It is a long-held belief that Shapers use the Anthem of creation to build all aspects of our existence, but had to depart suddenly, leaving their tools behind and our world unfinished. Although they are called the Shapers, their exact number is not known, and all details or motives are purely speculation. Cenotaph. The large Shaper ruin that destroyed the city Freemark and produced the Heart of Rage cataclysm, and the Dominion attempted to seize control of it. Most of Freemark's population was unaware of the Cenotaph's existence until it was too late. How the Dominion knew that the Cenotaph existed remains a mystery, but there is little doubt they arrived at Freemark specifically to activate the ruin. It is not known if the Dominion expected the casualties on both sides that followed their attempt to control the Cenotaph in 466 LV. Freelancers entered the Heart of Rage to try to shut down the Cenotaph, but nearly all of them died in the failed attempt. The Tale of Tarsus and the Mountain. I may have already read this. Nearly everyone has heard of the story of General Tarsus battling the dread monster Fulminus at the top of the mountain. For centuries, scholars have debated whether this battle took place, if it did at all. Historian Salix Wren collected compared hundreds of versions of the story and found a few landmarks in common which led him to believe the mountain was located in present-day Freemark. There is, of course, no mountain currently in Freemark, but the presence of large Shaper instruments in that area does suggest that both the mountain and the monster were the result of the cataclysm, making the story of Tarsus and the mountain the earliest known record of humans silencing a Shaper relic. Was Fulminus a monster or a metaphor? A living beast made of lightning, or a fictional stand-in for a raging storm? We can only speculate. Hang on a second. Shaper ruins. Massive ancient Shaper constructs shattered throughout our world. Ruins are classified differently than relics. Not only are ruins often an enormous size, but some do not appear to be capable of accessing the Anthem of creation. Possibly, those ruins were used strictly for structural purposes. Determining a ruin's original or intended purpose is a matter of educated guesswork rather than proof. Alright. Back to the game. I gotta go into the free mode and go to the different tombs of... Now it says I need to talk to Halleck again. Back to work tomorrow. Fun in the sun. So we can go this way real quick. See if Halleck wants to talk. Oh, that's Matthias. Wrong way. Wrong way. I thought there was a door that led me directly down to that area. I must have passed it. After I get Mortal Kombat 11, we'll start saving for this game called Cyberpunk 2077. I can't wait for that game to come out. It looks awesome.
Hey there. Piece of advice?
Okay, where do I start? Your temper can get to...
No, I'm saying from me to you.
Oh, sure. What have you got?
This fight with the Monitor, burn it into your brain. Someday it'll be the good old days. The legend that gets freelancers excited. And reminds you what badass feels like.
I should have got some chips and dip or something at the store this morning. When I went and got coffee, because my other coffee maker quit working.
Thanks, Alec, but I've got badass covered already.
Ha! Listen to you.
Just saying.
Saying ain't the same as doing. Old man Halleck here defined the badass. That rogue Ursix that terrorized Shadow Gap Trench? I put the final bullet in its brain. Or that battle of Wyvern Horde at Indigo Vale? I was there.
Yeah? What was it like?
12 freelancers dropped in from above. Down a sheer cliff, landed in a circle on an outcropping. Nothing but death below. No margin for error. Had to surround them. 12 pairs of boots hit the ground in unison. 12 guns started blazing. And a bunch of Wyvern died wishing they never met a freelancer. It was magnificent.
All right, I'll give you that one. Pretty impressive.
Badass.
Sure. Until I redefine badass.
Hasn't happened yet.
You'll see. Later, Alec.
I could have said, well, you've gone downhill since then. Maybe one day on another playthrough, I'll have my character be a complete asshole.
Hey, checked in lately?
Hey, you should shop here. That guard in the market, fair enough?
Do I smell Manticar?
I'm sure you do. You should try it sometime.
Regretfully, I have. I've been looking for you, freelancer.
Why does it feel like you want something?
Because I do.
Do you ever get tired of being a spy?
Sometimes, but what's truly tiring is being called a spy.
So if you're not a spy, then what are you?
I'm an intelligence agent. Now that I've answered your question, I've got one for you. Tell me what happened in the Heart of Rage.
Anything specific?
You went in with some of the finest Bastion freelancers. Why didn't they make it back?
It was chaos. Your guess is as good as mine.
Every other survivor was physically injured or psychologically scarred.
I was lucky.
Then you barely caught your breath before you started picking up contracts again.
Yeah. So
why weren't you damaged?
I'm fast, and I'm good at dodging.
That's kind of general.
I mean, I'm hard to hit. I'm elusive, and that's probably what kept me alive. Sorry if you were looking for something deeper.
That's all right. So why go back to work so quickly?
It's what I do. I'm a freelancer. I figured getting back in the suit would make it easier to move on.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, right.
I may not be a Lancer, but I've been in this fight a long time. I've lost friends, too.
So, are you damaged?
Probably.
You hide it well.
I work for Corvus. It's part of the job.
I get it.
I know this wasn't easy. Next time, we'll talk about something else.
Sure. We'll sit down and have a nice chat.
I'll be in touch.
I'm sure you will.
She's hot. Tess, seen as an agent of Corvus, she's intelligent, deeply loyal to the safety and survival of Anthem. Her information is always accurate, but she never shares more than is necessary. All right. Let's do one more. Oh yeah, I gotta do free play. Gotta find the different they're old prisons, not prisons, places where legendary people, tombs is the word I'm looking for, where they were placed when they died. Let me check on my dog real quick, see what he's doing. I've been hearing slight sounds of him barking and stuff. What you doing, handsome man? What you doing, baby? Come on. Come on, handsome stuff. Get some water. Take a load off. Come on, baby. That's a good boy. Go lay down a little bit. Go rest your legs. Yeah. Go rest yourself. Good boy. All right. See, it totally skipped the animation that time of me loading into my javelin. Sometimes it shows it, sometimes it don't. Sometimes it's like a couple of seconds. I wish my wife and I had the money to travel, at least around the nation. Be fun. Would love to see the rest of the different states, different landmarks and stuff to visit. All the places I'd like to travel to before I get too old to travel. Wife and I don't make that kind of money though. It's like paycheck to paycheck. We barely make it sometimes. I've got a
Should we
couple
get a head
people.
start on the Legionnaires' trials or head straight for the tombs?
I wish you could place like a target. Okay, we're gonna go to the Tomb of Vinya. Vinya, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Hold up, I think... Yeah, the tomb of the Forge Rite is supposed to be nearby, according to Princess Sim, which your friend Faye would really like you to find, if possible.
Ah. You gotta constantly check your map. There's like a cave or something that leads you into toward the tomb. This one's the toughest one to really find. I've been here once on my other character. Red wants to move this meeting up. Talk to your boss and see if she can clear out the bar tomorrow night.
This is it. The tomb of Avenia the Forge Rite.
Avenia.
Aspirant, you have passed the trial of Legionnaire Yevenia.
Cool.
Enter and greet the Guardian.
Woo! I'll probably record all the way until I get done finding all these tombs. And then stop it for this week. I'll probably do a stream Sundays and Mondays. Sundays will be the rest of LA Noire. And then Mondays will be this. Here, fine.
Well, Faye's information said to greet the Guardian, so why don't you try that then? Well, that's one down. Just 3 to go.
You can enter the Cortex from any menu when you want for more information. trying to find information that I just clicked on about this javelin here. I'll let my wife know that I'm streaming so she doesn't come in saying anything that she might not want to say, or that she might regret saying. Okay. Alright, another glyph over here. Vasta's Triumph. Whoa. Alright, Tomb of Avinia has been found. Now go to the left, because it's closest, to find the Tomb of Artenia. So... okay.
Oh, wait a moment. Zim's intel says this is where the Tomb of the Sharpshooter is supposed to be. Yeah, it's one of the Guardians you need to find for Faye's plan. I think you found the tomb of Artinia the Sharpshooter. Scars are building numbers in the area. There's a call to check it out.
You have passed the trial of Legionnaire Artinia, aspirant. Enter and greet the Guardian.
And the second Guardian has been greeted. Halfway there.
Should the sun and stars one day cease to brighten the day and night, I will know it was Artenia who struck them from the heavens. I just now seen what you said in here earlier. Didn't catch it until now. Men in Black. I definitely want to see that. It looks pretty good from what. It looks good enough to go see. It's cool that Chris Hemsworth is in it. It looks pretty funny. There's an event nearby. And I gotta fly a bit up north to go to the Tomb of Gons and the Fortress of Dawn. So I need me go north.
If you want to look for it, Zim's intel suggests there's a Tomb of the Blade Master nearby, which is apparently important to Faye for this plan of hers.
Oh.
The Tomb of the Blade Master, Gannis.
These are the bugs that I read about earlier. The swarm of bugs that come out of these. Oh, here's some scorpions. Ah, come on.
The trial of Legionnaire Garnis is complete. You pass the test. Enter, aspirant. Greet the Guardian.
That's the third tomb. Just one left. You know, I'll admit, I'm shocked that Princess Zim's info was any good.
Now we gotta head east, a bit northeast, to the Tomb of Karif.
Supposedly there's a scar build-up around here. The fort's issued a call to clear it out. Scars are playing this place. We need to get them out.
Guess we'll do that.
One more. That's it. Done. Can't let the scars cause more trouble. We need to clear the area. Scars didn't hold ground today. Nicely done.
All right. Let's head east. Head through here. If I was to guess.
So, the tomb of the tactician is supposed to be around here, somewhere, according to Princess Sim. You might want to find it for Faye in her master plan. There's energy coming from a device inside those formations. Oi, heads up, the crystal can't be allowed to spread like that. You found it! The tomb of Karif, the tactician.
Alrighty.
That's the last two. Faye wants a word. Hold on. Looking her in.
Good work. Come back to Fort Tarsis and we'll plan our next step. This is where it gets interesting.
Go talk to Faye and then stop the stream for this week. It's a man. Being lazy, laying on the floor. Didn't do much out there, just killed a few enemies, looked for the tombs. Sticky grenade. Muster point. Ooh. They look the same. So this one's called the Guardian. Has 200 more RPMs. Does more damage, but has way less ammo. 24 out of 100. Same optimal range. Delivers a powerful 3-shot burst. Oh, no wonder. I'll stick with the Relentless. Let's go talk to Faye. Yeah, last week where I worked on Sunday, I had missed 2 days of work because I had aggravated my sciatic nerve in my left leg and it was inflamed. And it was hurting. Not as bad as it did when I first pinched it years ago, but I was in some pain. And then my boss was like, you need a doctor's note, which cost me more money because I missed another day because I had to go get a doctor's note and had to spend money on medicine and everything. So I lost like over $300 in money missing work and getting medicine, going to the doctor. It's horrible.
I've greeted all the Guardians. What happens now?
I've been sorting through the fragments of Legionnaire Leotrell's writing that Sim gave us. A lot of it is unreadable, and what's left is in a kind of code, typical for the Legion of Dawn. If I'm right, this last location should be the one we're hoping for. I'll back you up this time. We can start whenever you're ready. Don't worry. I'm sure I can back you up in the field just as well as Owen can.
Hey, buddy. I need some advice on my, delicate regulator situation.
The whole losing your javelin suit in a card game situation?
That's the one. So, I head over there to see if I can make some kind of deal. Like we talked about, right?
Did they listen?
Well, they were sort of listening at first. I was going on about all the valuable stuff just waiting to be discovered beyond the wall. Piles of it. You know what I'm talking about.
Sure. What did they say?
They kept insisting I hand over my suit. Said freelancers can't be trusted.
A group of actual criminals said freelancers can't be trusted?
That's when things got away from me.
Did you
start a fight? Hell yeah, I did.
With members of an organized crime gang?
Just a few of them. Damn. I've probably made everything worse.
Who knows? Maybe they'll back off now. You might be too much trouble.
I am a lot of trouble.
Do you get into these situations a lot?
No. Well, yes. Somebody thumps their chest, and I have to do the same. The occasional sentinel has gotten involved. Maybe two. Sexy bad choices.
So what happens now?
I guess at some point I could arrange a meeting with some high-up boss type. Try and fix this.
Bold move. Do it sooner rather than later, okay?
Sooner. Absolutely. You want to come with me?
I do. Stronger together, right?
Great. You and me, big star. Cracking heads.
Not cracking heads. Shaking hands, righting wrongs. That's what we're doing.
I know. Just kidding. I have a few things to do first, but...
Don't wait on this, Rife. As soon as possible.
Right. Of course. I'll let you know.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please have a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Wife is now home. See you next week, man. Have a good week. See you Sunday.